This happened to me in October of 2016, when the killer clown epidemic was going around. I never thought that would be the internet trend I had a personal experience with. But of course, life happens when you least expect it. At the time I was living in Springfield, Missouri with my wife. Thankfully, we have since moved to a new town for my work, but that's where we had our first place together. One night, she was complaining of a migraine, and after looking all over the store for painkillers, she realized all we had was cold medicine and asked me to go to the store to get some aspirin, as she said it worked better for her than anything else over the counter. The nearest store was a Target just a minute or two away, but since it was already dark outside, I wanted to drive. The killer clown epidemic was in full swing, and I really couldn't tell if it was legit or not, but I didn't want to risk it. Unfortunately, when I tried starting the car in the garage, I came to find that my battery had somehow died just from letting it sit for a day. My wife and I shared a car, so there was no way of jumping it from the garage. And even without asking the neighbor for a jump, it was all too complicated to deal with at 9 o'clock at night. So I gave up and accepted that I would have to walk. I could have downloaded the Uber app and punched in my credit card, but that also felt like a lot of work and a lot of money to get a ride for such a short distance. It would only take 10 minutes to walk there anyway. It would have been 2 minutes if I could cut through the forest preserve between my house and the store, but I wasn't a fan of walking alone in the woods at night, especially with what was going on. The first thing I noticed on my walk was just how eerily empty the street was. But I couldn't remember if it was always like that, or if it was because everyone was afraid to go out at night. Even the frogs and crickets seemed to be a little quieter than usual, but then they all went silent, and I heard high-pitched giggling in the distance. A chill ran down my spine, but I tried to act like it wasn't real, like it was just the internet paranoia getting to me. I kept walking along, pretending everything was okay, thinking if I acted scared, then some creep in a clown mask would sniff me out by the scent of my fear, but if I was strong, I wouldn't be preyed upon. But it wasn't long before I heard it again, and this time it was louder. I immediately started walking faster, only to hear rustling in the bushes of the woods next to me. Out of the corner of my eye, I caught the first glimpse of him, the killer clown. He was peeking around a tree, but the psychotic smile of his clown face was unmistakable. The flash of the machete in his hand let me know beyond a shadow of a doubt that this guy was trouble. I knew I was still 5 minutes away from Target, so I quickened my pace to go as fast as I could without running. Mere moments later, I could hear him laughing again, and now there were footsteps behind me. The only footsteps in the area other than mine, and they were getting closer with every step. I glanced over my shoulder and saw the clown following me, but as soon as I laid my eyes on him, he broke into a full sprint. I ran as fast as I could, booking it for the store. I swear I could feel the machete swinging just inches from my back.
Get away from me, you psycho! I'm calling the cops!
I sprinted at top speed all the way to Target, too scared to look back. When I finally burst into the doors, I almost collapsed to the floor, begging for someone to help me.
Somebody, please help me! There's a clown trying to kill me!
But all I got were blank stares from everyone in the store, like I was a crazy person. Sir, please calm down. There's nobody chasing you.
What?
I looked behind me, and sure enough, there was no killer clown chasing me anymore. I had no idea when he stopped following me. It felt like he was right on my tail the whole time.
Could somebody go out there and check with me? He could be lurking around the corner or something.
Sure, as long as you calm down when there's nothing there. One of the employees, probably the manager on duty, was kind enough to check around the corner with me to make sure he wasn't camping outside the front door. Thankfully, there was nobody in sight. Knowing everyone probably thought I was making it up or overreacting to a prank, I felt ridiculous and extremely embarrassed, but that was a lot better than feeling the machete of an insane person dressed as a clown slashing through my flesh. After taking a minute to settle down and catch my breath, I remembered the whole point of why I'd left the house in the first place. I took my time finding the aspirin, even though I knew exactly where it would be. After I purchased it, I lingered around the front entrance without leaving it until closing time. I was petrified by the thought of going out there again, but I only got the stink eye from all the employees waiting for me to leave. While I still had a few minutes left before they kicked me out, I downloaded the Uber app and put in my credit card info, then ordered a ride for $15 to go literally around the corner. I tipped the Uber driver $5 just for not saying anything about why I was taking such a short trip. I would have done anything not to walk back home and risk encountering that psychopath again. I'm glad I did too, because as we were passing by the spot where he first started chasing me, I was staring into the woods, and I swear on my life I saw him again, stalking the street from the trees and shrubs, smiling with bloodlust, machete in hand. Whenever I think about it, I get chills. For as long as I lived in Springfield after that, I never walked anywhere ever again. It was no coincidence when Target stopped selling all their clown masks soon after that. Too many people were reporting attacks and threats by people wearing those demented costumes. I guess it's bad for business to be chased and harassed by a masked assailant on your way into a store, just to see the same mask being sold on the shelves.